Skip it up and that up. So there are a lot of people right now, shocking amount of people actually, defending Tomb Raider Fraud Edition. That's what I'm calling it. I refuse to call it a definitive edition because it's a fraud. It's a scam. They're re-releasing the same game from last year with a brand new coat of paint. But there's a lot of people saying, hey, Rich, it's more than that. It's more than that. They're building it from the ground up. Okay, let's see what they're doing. So I'm looking at an article from joystick.com right now. It's going to be native 1080p resolution. Ooh. Buttery frame rate. They don't say what frame rate. It doesn't 60, 30. I guess to them, buttery may be just staying at 30 and not going over, not going below 30 frames per second. It's going to come with, brace yourself, all of the multiplayer DLC. The multiplayer has been critically panned by everyone from independent critics on YouTube all the way up to IGN and GameSpot. No one plays it, but they're giving you all the DLC so you could do jack shit with it. That makes me hard. Rock hard. All right, let's keep going here. So it comes with the bonus Tomb of the Lost Adventurer add-on, 6 alternate outfits, ooh boy, and a collection of digital comic books and documentary featurettes. Now, if that doesn't make your nips explode with delight, it gets even better. I'm on GameStop.com right now, and I'm looking at the advertisement for Tomb Raider Fraud Edition, and here are the key features. Oh boy. Live the critically acclaimed, that was developed and put out in the market less than a year ago, cinematic action adventure rebuilt specifically for next-gen consoles. Survive high-octane combat, customize Laura's weapons and gear, and overcome grueling environments to uncover the island's deadly secret. It keeps going. See Lara Croft like never before. Every bead of sweat, strand of hair, and article of clothing delivered in obsessive detail. So now you could fap to a fictional video game character even more feverishly because she's going to have more detail. This game was released in March of 2013, not even a year ago. Okay, so it's not like this is a 10-year-old game like Capcom does and other companies do, where they remaster it for HD like they did with the Devil May Cry collection or Resident Evil 4. It's not like it's a game that, you could bring it to a new generation of gamers. It's a game that wasn't even originally released 12 months ago. And people are defending this. Well, I'm going to for all the people that are defending this, you know what else you could do? If you go on GameStop right now, you could get this game, the original Tomb Raider, which is still the same damn game. It's not like this is a sequel. It's not like the definitive edition is a sequel. You could get the game for the Xbox 360. They say new, but it's probably used. According to the website, so if there's an error, blame GameStop, not me, for $9.99. Same game, same single player campaign. No one gives a shit about the multiplayer, so you could play the same game and get pretty much the same experience for $50 less. Go ahead, look yourself. Go to GameStop.com. Look at Tomb Raider for the Xbox 360. Well, gee, that's convenient. I went to go check again and see what the price was on Tomb Raider for the Xbox 360. And magically, they only have a new option now. Went up $14.99, and you can't get it anymore. I'm actually looking as I'm talking to you right now. Let me go see Find Nearby New. Let's take a look. Hey, it's actually in stock. You could get it right a few miles away from you for $14.99. Okay, you could play the same game for $45 less, not $50. Whoop-de-doo. You still get the point. And they're doing other dumb shit to entice people to buy the definitive edition of Tomb Raider. They changed Lara Croft's look. They showed a photo of her from you. I'm going to post it right now. They showed a photo of her, I'm looking at as I'm talking to you, from the original 360 and PC version and PS3 version, and she looks normal. She's one of the most realistic fictional gaming characters I've seen in a while. I was impressed with her look. She looked like a real human being, pretty much. And then they added more detail, quote unquote, according to them, and the bitch looks like she got Botox. Like, she looks less realistic in the definitive edition or the fraud edition than she does in the original Xbox 360, PS3, and PC version. It's like they're looking for reasons. They're looking for things to like give you an excuse to pay the $60 again to get this game, because guess what? You know how like PS4 had all those things where if you bought like Call of Duty Ghosts or games like that, or Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, if you bought the game for the original console, or the PS3, I mean to say, you can, upgrade for $10 to the PS4 version, because you should be able to do that with Tomb Raider, because essentially it's pretty much the same. It is the same damn game. It is. They're not doing that. They're not doing it. You got to buy the whole game in full. And they're not even taking money off of it. They're not like they're offering this for $40 or even $49. Full $60 like it was a brand new game that was never released before. So if you want to get this game, guess what? Even if you just like, hey, you're not a PC gamer, so you're like, hey, I really want to see what the PS4, Xbox One can do, even though I purchased it before, guess what? You're SOL, pal. Better fork over that $60 like you never played the game before, even if you completed it on the previous generation of consoles. And the shit kicker is, Square Enix did a damage control announcement. There was an article when they first announced Definitive Edition. People asked, because people were skeptical, naturally, and people asked him, hey, Square Enix, if this is the definitive version, and it's such a big difference and such a big deal, why isn't there a PC version? And they said, oh yeah, no, it really is. It's totally going to blow away the original PC version. If the PC consumer wants it, just let us know. And that left me scratching my head a little bit. If this Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Fraud Edition, I'm going to keep saying that, and I don't care if it gets annoying, if it's so much different, why didn't you just make the PC version anyway? You can't use the excuse anymore because, it would just, if there was really no demand for it, it would be just because the consoles are so much different in architecture to the PC. The PS4 and Xbox One are x86 64-bit machines using Radeon graphics chips. They're as PC as PC. They're the most PC consoles have ever been. More or less, I understand it's not that simple, but it's pretty damn close. You could have just plopped the code on PC, changed a couple things, and we would have had the Fraud Edition for the PC. You know why you didn't do it? Because if you have the original Tomb Raider at max settings and you brought out Definitive Edition and asked $60 or $50, I don't remember what it originally was for the PC. If you asked the full price on PC, you would have the PC consumers coming to your headquarters with shotguns ready to kill you because you ripped them off, because damn well this is PC footage right now. Okay, that you guys are looking at. I played this on my AMD rig, the R9 270X, which is not even a top-of-the-line graphics card. Anyone out there who's a PC gamer knows damn well that Definitive Edition, the differences are going to be nominal. They're going to be very little. You know what I'm going to buy? I don't suggest that you do if you played it on the previous generation of consoles. I'm going to buy Definitive Edition, and I'm going to do a comparison video between PC at max settings, which my other Intel machine with the 780 and it could easily do, and Definitive Edition. And we'll see. I guarantee you, and the fact that they didn't come out with Definitive Edition for the PC shows me that they're full of shit. They're looking to recoup more money because they didn't sell enough of Tomb Raider on the previous generation of consoles and PC, and they're tweaking all these little itty-bitty things that really mean nothing to give people like, we swear it's different, please spend $60 on this game, please, we need to make more money on it. It's so funny, man, that all these developers, they cried and complained on the lack of innovation is due to the hardware limitations of the 7th generation of consoles. We can't innovate because the 7th generation of consoles are too dated. And yes, they were. By the time the new consoles that we have now rolled out, they were long in the tooth. But like I predicted, it's not changing anything. We're going to get rehashes of games like Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. They're bringing Rayman Legends to the PS4 and Xbox One. There was already 1080p on the previous generation of consoles. What are they going to do? Make a 1080p-er? Like, come on, man. It's the same shit, different toilet. And the toilet now is the 8th generation of consoles. I really hope that companies... I want a lot of companies that do this shit to fail. Not that I want to see gaming go away, not that I want to see people lose their jobs, but this shit needs to stop. Please, I'm going to buy it for a different reason, but please don't buy Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Go out to your previous generation if you haven't played it yet, and because most of the people now who have the next-gen consoles are the hardcore guys, the early adopters, and you know damn well all the hardcore guys have the previous gen systems. Go out and buy the game for $9.99, $15, depending on what your GameStop's selling it for, and play that version, and you'll still get plenty of the experience for a hell of a lot less. Don't fall for these fucking scams, man. It's such bullshit. Because, you know, the footage you're looking at right now looks so terrible, so they needed to come out with a definitive edition. What a joke. Alright guys, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.